Okay, so it's my first time doing a live stream. Welcome to BamHek TV. It's been a while. I just came back from. It's been a week since I came back from my retreat. It was amazing. We got to help a lot of people, and it took me a minute to get back to real life. What's real life, right? Real life is everything that you do. So I know. What's going on? The Alchemist, right there. Everyone, the Alchemist 369. That's my good friend and avid out of body traveler, the Alchemist. Hold on, so we at the park. What's up, babies? Come here, say hi. So yeah, check out his channel. He's got awesome, phenomenal stuff going on. Say hi.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Lily's out there playing too. We're at a park, and I decided to, go live and let y'all know how it went. And yeah, it was an amazing experience. I got to impact a lot of lives, but mainly my own. I needed some time to write.
Right.
Now you can go play. Let me go live for a little bit. You come back.
I'm hungry.
Well, your snack is here, but you gotta wait. Go. I'll give you some snacks in a little bit. Go play. Anyway, so yeah, uh, just let me know what y'all want me to talk about. Uh, we have a lot of things. So yeah, what I have in mind is what I've been going through right now, which is adjusting to everyday life. And y'all didn't have the privilege to go on a month-long retreat, but a lot of times we go through things in life that uh, seasons in life that take time to get back on the swing of things. And a lot of it's all about remembering. I have been writing a book, so I got to write over 40, almost 50 pages out of the book, and I've read around 300 pages of another book that I was reading while I was away, and a lot coming back to this, uh, it was hard. I just got back to myself, and it took me a little time because like I said, it's about remembering, and this earth and this uh, system that we are subject to has its own rules, and they're meant to forget. What is it?
I bang right here.
You'll be all right. Are you okay? Yeah. Me kiss. Mm. It's my baby Ivy. That, but part of a real parenthesis. Part of moving forward with this channel, we're gonna have a podcast. It's gonna be called the Iban DOB, and it's about the near death experiences, the in body experience, and the outer body experience, because they are all intertwined and connected to this life. Because it's all about remembering, and because we live on this physical body, we have to understand how it works. It's the equipment that allow us to have all these like experiences. So this podcast that it's called I Bend the Obi, talking about um, the in body state, near death experiences, and the outer body state or the outer body experience. We're gonna have a bunch of guests. It's gonna start with Andrea and I sharing about about our experiences, and then we'll have more guests. We have a list of guests, or we're working on a list of guests that we'll have. And yeah, that's coming. And I want to do a section with my daughters, and I'm doing a section with my girlfriend. So yeah, that's all part of the in body state, which to me is the focus of this life, because the outer body is where we live. Like we only a fraction of us lives on Earth. The rest of us is somewhere else in this construct and outside of this construct. So understanding again the components of the in-body state or the in-body experience will allow us to reach greater heights. So if you have any questions about, thank you, the king above all. Yeah, I grew my beard maybe. um, so yeah, adjusting to when we go through different seasons in life where what life as we know it changes, adjusting and remembering who you truly are may take some time. So when I first got home after 30 days of not seeing my family, not having a phone, I was just completely disconnected from, from the world. And coming back, seeing my daughters, they grew a little bit in that month. They got taller. Um, Everything looked different. Everything sounded different. And I had to go inside and quiet the mind and remember that, you know, of who I am. And the OB state helps a lot with that because you get to see that forget, and that's what we came here to forget. For some reason, I'm not the architect. I didn't design this place. Maybe I don't know. I might have been part of the of the meeting where we decide this place, but we came here to experience that which we are not. If you listen to Darius, he said that a lot, and it's true because when you exit, you realize that, oh shit, I'm way more than what I'm thinking right now, and you see yourself in your full glory.
Hector.
Hector's daddy. This is Lily. Say hi, Lily. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, go play.
You can put your phone right there on my water bottle because I'm hungry.
Okay. Grab some. So yeah, my phone was leaning against uh, their little lunchbox. So she's about to eat something. So, hey Z, how are you? Hope everything is fine. Please help me out here. It's my first time going live, so I need. Mama, where's your orange? I see. Yeah, It's my first time going live, so I might need a little help with whatever you want me to talk about. So I was essentially around um, a bunch of people that needed a little light, and that's what we went there to bring. And the best way to for me, and I learned that through being a parent and being a son, that the expectations. Okay, she's up there. You can get down. You got this. Whenever you have a lot of expectations um, for what things should be like, it feels like it's more of a hindrance than anything in my experience. So I learned um, to be an example instead of just waiting for people to do this or that. I just realized that the best way to teach is and raise someone's energy is by being that which I want to others to be, and that's what I was while I was around these people, just an example of love, and wisdom, and by me reading and writing, uh, people some people came and asked about, what are you writing about? And what is it that you're reading? And that opened the door to, you know, bring confidence and help people remember who they truly are. So, The outer body state has been great for me in that sense because there's nothing more powerful in this life that I have experienced. I've been through religions, I had psychedelics before, I had life, regressions to get me to another life. I had uh, near death experiences myself. And the outer body state, I'm getting a question from Brandon. What's the difference? And I'm about to, it's cool that you put that question right now down because I was about to talk about the outer body state. Uh, but you know how amazing it is to find yourself and see yourself as the God that you are. You know, nothing is better than that to help you remember. So, what's the difference between lucid dreaming and OBEs? I've heard many reports of lucid dreamers trying to verify current real physical events and failing. Why does OBE succeed when they don't? It's a loaded question. So the difference between a lucid dream and an OBE is that in my experience, I had them both. A lucid dream, only a part of your awareness is experiencing that. On the OBE, you're full, or at least this full part of awareness, because I'm so convinced that not all of us lives under this awareness. But at least the full awareness that you brought to earth exits your physical body temporarily, and you get to and the thing with the lucid dreaming to me is I remember them really really good too. But you want me to peel this for you? You want me to open this? It's okay. So yeah, the lucid dream, I don't think it's only it's a smaller percentage of your awareness that goes there. And the dreamer is trying to verify current real physical events and failing. Well, it's just because in an OBE, your full awareness is that, so it's your full blown experience. Can no one told you that that wasn't so? With the lucid dreaming, it's just a lot of times it's you're in your own space, and it's a little more affected by the mind because it's not all the way out. Hopefully that answer your question. Um, Most of my OBEs been like I was kind of drunk. Any tip? I've been there. I've been there. It's I think commanding your space is gonna be. And Andre, if you're still on the call on the live stream, help me out answering these too, because Andre is a very avid the Alchemist 369. Check him out. He's thank you. I'm not supposed to be eating anything because I'm going live. So um yeah. So yeah, it's I think that the more you practice, um the more used to you get to your body and the experience, and learn how to, get on your full self and command. I think that that would help with that drunk effect. It happened to me before a couple times. Now, actually, then I had a a very strong experience after I put that video out about the beings that got on my face and stuff. And I was kind of in between it. I don't know exactly what that state is, but it's kind of like you almost, and if I think it's very deep on rail one, that you have that like not fully yourself, and that's why it feels like you're drunk. So but when you get used to just planting your feet on the ground, as saying planting your awareness on the ground and saying, I'm going to command my space. I am the the most supreme soul in my experience, the most supreme soul in my experience, you kind of like everything's gonna start clearing up for you. So I think that's a good tip. Really sit there, take deep breaths, and command your space. Say it. I'm coming into full awareness of my state, and I will continue to enjoy this experience and start moving and getting more conscious of what's happening.
Can I say
Excuse me.
something now?
You can say something.
Um, community and your heart, you should be very respectful to others.
Yeah.
Treat others the way you want to be treated. And never do nothing until you don't understand what you do.
Well, you can try things out, but it's better to understand, what you're doing. But that part of being respectful of others is great. My husband and I are constantly trying to OBE. We follow you and Andrew carefully. We cannot join barriers because we do not have fluent English. We're really stuck in the middle. That's part of the process, D. It's part of the process. To some of us are lucky enough that the first time we try, we come out, and other people, take them a full year. If you look at various testimonials, you'll see that some people practice for a full year. So the main thing to me is I don't want to eat anything else while I'm going live, Mama. So the main thing would be to let go so much of the expectation. The best thing to me is because what happened is that it doesn't matter where you go, there you are. Wherever you go, there you are. There's no way around being where you're at. So when you're getting yourself out of the present, you're kind of hurting yourself because it's a very
It's a fact.
intricate part of the OBE is to be here while trying to go somewhere else, right? It sounds a little like an oxymoron, but you could do it. Just if you're breathing, which you should be taking deep breaths while you're trying to get out, enjoy that breath. If you're starting to tingle a little bit, enjoy that. If you're feeling the pain, enjoy that. So every moment, I say it in most of my tutorial, one of the main things is to enjoy every second of the practice because you're there. It's like anything in life in the embodied state, the in-body experience. Once you try to get too far out of the present, you're going to suffer anxiety. If you go too far out, if you go too far back, you suffer depression. So try to stay as present as you can without that anxiety to come out. I think that would help you a lot. How many more lands are beyond the ice wall? And can you name a few? That's more of a Darius question. And Andre, if you can, hopefully help out with that. Hopefully you're still on the call. Um, but yeah, I've been, yeah, that's not a question that I can answer. I'm so sorry. Check out Darius J. Wright material on that, and Andre have also a little more insight on that as well. Do you feel disillusion, or disinterest with your IB after experiencing OBs? Yes, yes. I'm not even gonna lie. After you come back, it feels like life is kind of dull. I got a lot to live for. I love my life, but I so much enjoy who I am outside of Earth. That it's not disillusion, but more disinterest. It's like what's you know what's in here that I want as much as being my true self. So what I do is I focus on being the closest version of my true self while I'm in here, and that seemed to work. That's the purpose of having the OBE. It's not to to hate your life because it's you're so limited. Out there I fly. I think about flying, I take off. I see myself flying at super high speeds, and and having my own place where I could teach and people come to hear me teaching. That's the life. But here I go live, I make my little videos, I try to resemble my true self, and the more and more you do it, the more interested you become in the in-body experience because
I'll make some videos.
yeah, she does.
Just like I'm in this one.
Yeah, go play. Oh, Lady, no. You want to
No.
finish the strawberry? Okay. So, um, so yeah, the in body experience is all there is right now. The outer body is awesome. Go for it. But that happens while you're in here, and the reason we go through the all that is to remember we came here with a specific purpose. You didn't come here just to pay bills. No, that's why most of us have that necessity, that that desire to get out the body because that's your true self. So while here,
I'm eating a lot of snacks.
yeah.
Just because I'm hungry.
So
I haven't ate lunch yet.
The there's nothing like the in body experience right now for me because that's where I'm at. That's where this part of my awareness is. So that's something that was so big for me on uh in while I was away. Like I miss my family, but I had to do this retreat. I had to go through that, and it was awesome. But I had to remember, you're here. You're not there with them. I left them with enough resources to pay bills. Everything was great. I got to communicate with them, but I had to constantly bring myself to the present. And the more you do that, the more fulfilling, not only for you, but the people around you, because you get to listen better. You get to experience people for who they are. You get to enjoy people, and people get to enjoy you because you're not somewhere else. Anytime I'm having a conversation now, I try to pay attention to what the other person is saying and do all that. A lot of who I am today, it's taken a long time to get to where I'm at, and I have so much more to do. But the ability to experience others with love and engage in the moment came from realizing how important is this life. So if you're feeling disinterest in life, or disillusioned because you're here, remember you signed up for this and you have an awesome purpose with, and it doesn't have to be having a million subscribers, which is my goal, to have a million subscribers and a huge place where we can wake them up to their true self. We say the other side, but the other side is the true you. So I want people to realize, hey, I am in fact all of that. I am in fact fantastic. I am in fact, you know, powerful. And so, yeah, get interested in this life. Get interested in what you get because, like I say in most of my videos, if your life is um if you're focused on having the greatest level of integrity, and integrity is not living life for anybody else but you, knowing that you are who you are regardless of what you are. Integrity is like being true to who you truly are. So if you like feel interested, find things that make you feel interested in this life. And if you need help with that, leave it on the comments, and I will address that. um, so we are always getting so close. We're getting to the edge, but we can't wait to get out. We are really a little tired. No, I understand. Like I said, and that's because of the expectation of coming out. Once you let go of that expectation, like we were like a year ago. Now we had a group with Darius, and there was this couple. They were trying together, and they were just so close, like yeah. And in one of our calls, that's what came out. Everybody was, the people who were having more success were saying the same thing. Just enjoy the time, even if you don't get out, because what you do is you create. Everything you're doing right now is creation. So the more you focus on not getting out, you're going to get more not getting out. So when you start envisioning yourself free, light, moving without obstructions, you know, seeing different places, meeting beings that will move you into the around this construct. When you start envisioning that, there's no choice but to go somewhere else. But if you stay frustrated because you're still in your room, you're still in your body, that you create more of that. So your thoughts create. Your thoughts will always create. So create what you want, not because what our today creation is what we thought about yesterday. So think better thoughts today, and you'll definitely experience more. As to Z and her husband, last night I had one, and I was looking at a portal in the sky. Wow, I saw my feminine essence, and I met it, and it was like shot back to my body, and light and color shot out my spine and skin. Then KO'd. Awesome. That's so amazing. Wow. 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 Like I'm kind of jealous. That's a lot of healing. A lot of healing when you feel all these colors and shouting out your spine is just amazing. Amazing stuff. Good stuff. I've rolled out of body, but I found myself not being able to see but I can move my hands around the environment and feel objects. My vision appears later. I start commanding my space. Absolutely. You got it, Brandon. Just command, command, command. Um, talk about exiting. Okay, so few things are gonna happen when you try to exit. You will feel certain physical sensations that you can gotta get that you kind of have to get used to. The exit process, I think, is different for everyone. I think that for me, I experienced the exit process the first time, and then after that, I just come out and I'm somewhere else. So that's a beautiful thing. To me, it's one of the most exciting parts of the process is
I've been there.
like releasing your body, like coming out of your body. It's just such an amazing
Yeah.
feeling. It's like
Would you
it's
like to choose it?
no stop reading. So um, the exit, such a beautiful memory. So take your your body, your physical sensations, and enjoy them. Like sometimes, like for example, sometimes you have to kind of once you feeling your body disconnecting, you can push out of your body and you can feel what your body. If you're gonna hear like I don't hear it anymore, but the first time I came out, I heard that jet noise, high pitched jet noise, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm out, and I rolled off from my back. So yeah, then well, it's different for everybody. Some people float, some people feel just their limbs coming out first. When I the one time I went through the portal feet first. I looked at the portal with my soul eyes and I just went through it. That was amazing. So if you want like so how to exit once you're in that your body's in that deep sleep state and your consciousness is aware, like you're gonna feel the separation because the body go the soul, in my estimation, in my experience, the soul always leaves the body. So what we're talking about here is like how do I remember the exit. It's not so much how to exit, it's how do I remember and how do I become aware and conscientious of the exit. So continue to command your space, set your intention. I'm going to remember the X. I'm going to stay up and aware, and my body's going to sleep. Command it. throughout your day. That's the thing. The the more you, and that's why one of the one of the a great way to come out is separating a couple days just for that. So everything that you do during the morning, afternoon, your diet, your staying away from the electronics, and away from the caffeine, away from the noise, all that is preparation for the exit. So when you take uh, what happened? Hold on one
Yes,
second.
calm down.
What is it?
Okay, I can calm now.
What happened? What happened? You good?
I was writing down something and
Where you hit yourself?
right here.
You want me to call the ambulance?
No,
You're strong.
no.
Okay, I'll try to stop this, but this is live, so. Are you okay? Just stay here and let it go. She almost exited her body, I guess. You okay, baby? You good? You good? Take some more. So yeah, when you take that day and yeah, back at it. That's the way we do life. Life happens and you just adjust. You gonna need my assistance for anything? Need a massage? What do you hit? How did it happen? Tell everybody how it happened.
I was trying to climb down something and
And you slip,
I slipped and I banged on that.
you bang your rib, did it broke? Did it break? Is it broken? I don't think it's broken. You can hang out with me, okay? Be alright. So yeah, that's when you're trying to exit. If it's that important to you, a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, I can't wait! I can't wait!" Dedicate to it. Dedicate a whole day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, however long you have to. Will be worth it. Will be worth it. Um, act like you really want to exit. Dedicate your day to it. Imagine yourself flying. Imagine yourself meeting your dead relative. Imagine yourself meeting angels and meeting the gods and God, and being in the presence of the creator, the creators of everything, or the creator, or whatever you think, whatever you think it is. Imagine yourself in that presence. And the exit, it's a beautiful thing. I have a whole episode on that. Go check it out. It's, I think, video number 3 of the tutorial. So go check that out. It's a lot of information there. So I got Jake the dog answering to Z. Yeah, that we have. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad y'all are getting success at coming out. Good job, Jake the dog. I saw like blue pots and ice, and a deep and I deep park waters. The portal I saw in the sky was purple and white. That's awesome. I remember feeling like something in me dissolved, and when I woke up, I held my face as I was crying. Yeah, they're very emotional experiences. If you check out my video when I, went and visited Tio Paco, it's just very emotional experiences that change your life. Amazing stuff. Yeah, I experienced something like that. Whenever I came back from, yeah, check out my videos. Check out the whole library. I got, I think it's 12, 13. It's not that many. When I had a life changing, I think that's the title of it. Had a life changing experience, something like that. Now, when I saw Tio Paco, it's very emotional, like, because you bring back such love out of these experiences that really touch your heart and make you like soft inside, and you gotta cry. So yeah, I experienced something like that. Thank you, Jake, for confirming that. Yeah, you gotta enjoy every second of the process. Uh, Jake says, Faith up to feathers. Much love to you too. I think about OBEs like driving, but with your mind. You have a full control of your car, and you're not good at driving until you practice. There you go. You gotta practice, and I agree with that. It's almost like driving a car. You don't even have to think about it. You just, get on the car and go. And the more you practice, the more that second nature that becomes. Look at Darius, and Andre. They come out at will. Me too. I don't. Whenever I'll go practice, I come out. And I either no. No, let me. You always come out. I sometimes remember it better than others. That's the bottom line. Sometimes I remember. Sometimes you remember it better than others. So, but the more you understand the physical feeling, the environment feelings, all that, you'll get better better results. There you go, same thing. Faith of the Feather says, yep. I've been enjoying just being an observer. Be an observer. When you take that approach of being the observer, you are out of your body, right? If you say, I want to see it happen, that's a great way to set the intention. I want to observe everything happen. Because when you're out of the body, a lot of times you have like a 360 vision of things. You don't have the limitations of the physical eyes and the brain, but your soul eyes can see everything. So you become an observer. Absolutely. I appreciate you saying a few weeks ago about being in body as well as out of body. Yes, that's the main thing for me. It's not the out of body, honestly. It's the in body state because everything that you bring back from the outer body is going to help you and you're here. What's more important than doing life to the best of your ability here? You don't want to, be proficient, a pro at the outer body. You already are. How about making the best out of this life that people want what you have, want the peace that you have, want the love that you have, want the the wellness that you have, and all that is the embodied state. The more you are, the closer you are to your true self, the more you'll remember when you get out. So thank you for saying that. uh, Russia in the house. Love to all the world, my Russian brothers and sisters, same as the Ukrainian brothers and sisters. We hope that everything come back to love and peace, and that we have more leaders that awaken to the true self as well. Let's pray for that. Let's command that into this life. Let's may all these presidents one day wake up like to their true nature. She's good. She's good. Um, so I got one here. Yeah, like my baby's good. No worries. She's already running around. They're tough. I raised them to be tough. When they were little, they used to fall down, and I just walked there. I never ran there. You see, I didn't even get up because life is painful. Life is painful, and the better you learn how to deal with pain, the more you'll grow in life. So, yeah, life is painful, and comfort is overrated. We're here to be a little uncomfortable. The outer body, our home is very comfortable as the true nature of who we are. So, little pain once in a while hasn't killed anybody. Should we totally stay away from caffeine? Yes, yes, and no. In the day that you're gonna practice, yeah, I would say stay away from it. Maybe a cup early in the morning. Uh, so yeah, stay away from caffeine that day. Like I said, just make it a full day. Make it your business to practice. It's not like if you half-ass it, you get half-ass results. Half-ass it, okay? Then don't be mad because you're not exiting. So put your dedication, your all. In the morning, you're gonna practice at night. Skip the coffee, skip the caffeine, skip the tea, skip the soft drinks, and go ahead and practice. I've come out before with a cup of coffee in the morning. The only thing is that your goal is to keep the body asleep while the mind is awake. So yeah, it's going to affect a little. If caffeine don't affect you, if you can have a cup of coffee and go to sleep, then no. But everybody's different. So if caffeine keeps you up and you're thinking, damn, caffeine is keeping my body up, then don't drink it. You might get a little headache, but you'll be all right. Don't stay away from caffeine the day you're practicing. For the people scared of what they might see after coming out, what can you tell them? Um, I can tell you that there is nothing to fear. And I can tell you that with certainty. And honestly, like I'm honest, I try not to lie. I have I had to use a lot of courage lately to practice again because of the experiences I had um, lately. And it's taken the thing is that courage, and I say it every chance I get, courage is not the absence of fear. Everybody have to face their fears to be courageous. So realize that um, we live in a realm that is inhabited by many many other beings, right? So they're just different. And we just got on a call. If you're part of the various teachings, if you're we just got on a call. We were on a call on Saturday where he was talking about the kingdoms and the heavens. Phenomenal call. And what he said is what I've learned too through my own experience, is that these beings are not coming to hurt you. They're coming to get your attention because they are in so much pain. They cannot hurt you. Even if they touch your body, your soul, they can't touch. And if you don't, like, I'm back here. I left multiple times. Darius left multiple times. Andre left multiple times. Sure, if you want to come back, you come back. If you want to stay, you stay. So there's no fear. So for the people that are scared of what they might see after coming out, what can you tell them? Don't be afraid. Um, there's nothing to fear. Be courageous. If you are afraid, stand your ground. The fuck? Like, if you got fear, that's okay. That's part of the process. Just stand your ground. Stand your ground. Like, stand there. And if you see that's the thing. The mind is a very creative place. Your mind is kind of concoct whatever it is you got them playing nice back there. They got their dresses on today. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, that's just a birthmark. You had that your whole life. Yeah, it's a birthmark. It means you had it from birth. Yeah, in a little bit. Go play for a little bit. You want some water? So yeah, fear. eh, eh, in the book that I'm writing, I feel I'm channeling this book from higher places of understanding, and something that I got when I was writing, it was like embrace fear as a step up to something greater. When you hop, like, I love cliff diving. If I see like a river down there, I almost died doing that before, and an angel pushed me. Somebody pushed me, but I was in one of my, I was doing coke for 3 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we just doing coke, me and my boy, cocaine, sniffing coke for 3 days straight. So we were super high, and that day, the last day, we couldn't take any more coke, and we got we were driving all around Puerto Rico and the island, and we got to the river, and he's like, I'm like, I'm about to get in there, in the river to come down from the high, but I put my foot in the water. It was so cold. I said, well, I'm gonna climb a tree, and I climbed the tree to jump in the water, And when I jumped, I realized that I was gonna jump in front of a like right on a rock, like a huge rock, and I was gonna either die or be paralyzed forever. And I prayed on my way down. Everything slowed down, and I prayed. Like I said, God, don't let me die, and something pushed me. But I love jumping from cliffs. I don't know. That's a segue, little side note there. But I love adrenaline. I love jumping from places. And you know what? Before you jump, I don't care how many times I jump. I'm afraid of it. Jump anyways. When you come out of that, you will be so much stronger. You have such a more appreciation of life because what you face your fear. Anytime you face your fear, what I was getting, um, when I was getting, all these downloads for this book that I'm writing, it was like when you face fear, it's because there's a new step that you're gonna go up. And what more going up than finding your true nature in the outer body state? I promise you, it's worth that. And when I go to Darius' channel and check out my testimonial. Like I have so many demon and devil beliefs growing up that I wanted to fight these demons. And when I came out, there was nothing to fight because my light shined so much that they didn't want to be around that light. But another thing that came through is that these beings want to be relieved from their whole lifetimes or a part of their lifetime being away from love. So you should have compassion for any of them if you may find them. It can't hurt you. So just feel that love and send them love and help them. And I'm not saying help anybody move anywhere because I understand that every soul have to make their own decisions to come out of different frequencies of light. If you want to become a more lighter frequency of light, you got to work on that. And a lot of them want to piggyback off of your light and leave their karma on you. And karma is not. I see karma differently. We can talk about that if you have questions about that. But don't be afraid of what you don't. That's a human thing to be afraid of the unknown. Like I promise you that the benefits completely outweigh your fear right now. Again, I already talked about lower beings. Just meet them with love, meet them with strength, shine your light out, and there's just no comparison to your strength and your light. Is there a God or not? We are not God, or does the absolute that all sense manifest exist? Yes, there is.
13,
Um, in my
14,
in my opinion, in my opinion, there's a supreme intelligence that so love, right? God is love. Love is what do you mean by God, Z? Like God, like a one being? No, that one being that is a compilation of everything that is, and everything falls on the or under the umbrella of God. The all of what y'all are talking about, the lower beings, the greater beings, everything is connected by that one honey, that is God, that is love, that is the substance which holds everything together. That's just in my experience. It's also some stuff that I have been receiving while I'm writing, and I'm so certain about the architects, the design. We all are that, but just split into um, billions and billions of creatures. So yeah, is there a God? Yeah, you and I are part of that network of God. Are we not God? Yes, we are God. Or does the absolute that all sounds manifest? She'll learn. Yeah, yeah, she'll learn. Thank you though. Appreciate you. So yeah, that's a great question, and that is that's beyond my understanding. I'm receiving in my little understanding about that, but as it comes, I realize more and more you are a God. Look at your decisions. Every decision that you have taken create the space where you find yourself right now. You can go into a place with somebody that's being nasty and mean, and you can decide to change the whole frequency by the way you act towards them, and they'll change. So you are a god of that experience and every other experience, in the body, out of the body. When people, obviously there's levels to your godliness. Not God is at the same level of understanding. What makes you is your level of understanding. The better you understand nature, the laws of nature, the law of friction, the law of reciprocity, all these laws that we came to experience here on earth, the more you realize how powerful you are. So knowledge is power. The application of knowledge is power. So the more you grow and mature in your walk, the more you realize your powers. So you are God, but everything exists throughout that honey that holds it all together, which is love, unconditional, which is acceptance. Acceptance. What makes you very, very godlike is accept what you're going through. When you accept where you're at, what's happening, the people around you, you become almost above it. Like, can nothing touch you, because it is what it is, and I'll create in the moment. And that's the way all creation happens. All your creation happened right here, right now. Right here, right now, all your creation happens. So don't get out too far into the future. Don't go, you go in the past, it's to learn. It's to see, remember something that you lived, and if you feel that you have to do it differently, do it different now. And if you move to the future, it's to create, to imagine how awesome what's to come will be, that never ever ever gets here. Whatever you create doesn't get here, it happens now, always, always. Like, if you listen to
Daddy,
Darius, it's true, time is all
Daddy,
here, it's stacked
Daddy,
up.
since nobody's here, can we go home
We're not going home, we gotta go back and get Hector. So we're killing a little time because he still got at least another half hour to an hour. So, but let me finish here, I'll be
now?
here for another,
Why
yeah.
don't we then get our grades done?
We'll see when we get there, because I don't know if they're going to be available. I'll check when we get there. So, anyways, yeah, you are God, I'm God, but it's in the present. You create right now. When you close your eyes and you envision what's in store for you is happening now, and you feel the emotion now, emotions. Let me talk about emotions real quick. Emotions, because that's your godly power, is understanding. The emotions tell you if you're creating something that is aligned with what you came to create or not. Let me repeat that. An emotion, what an emotion tells you is, if you're anxious, that emotion is telling you what you're creating right now is not what you should be creating. And if you are joyful and at peace and satisfied, that emotion is telling you, keep thinking that. So you wanna find out how God you are, how creative you are. Be in the present. Great question, Z. See, I can't completely answer that, but before you come out of the body, I would prepare yourself for your traditional beliefs to change. Yeah, everybody believe what you believe. At the end of the day, uh, beliefs are for the time being. So a belief could be great for now, but it can change. So we need to learn how to change what we believe. I gotta thank you, the King above. Check out the recording later. How long have you been on this spiritual journey? What triggered you to start searching for more? Do you think it was planned by your soul before coming here? So yeah, all those questions are yes. And I have been on a spiritual journey for 43 years now. I'll be 44 this year. And since I was born, when I was a little kid, I seen angels in like big light beings in my house. I have been a Christian, and then I had to understand a lot of those things where, just everything. We are all spiritual beings. We are all in this journey. All of us are in a spiritual journey. I was just talking about my friend about that. everything that happens in the physical is just a reflection of the spiritual. It's your spirit taking you somewhere else. It's your spirit utilizing this earth that was lended to us for this experiment so that the spirit grows. So I've been on the spiritual journey my whole life. Been ups and downs. What triggered to start searching for more was that I inside me I knew that there was more than what religion had to offer. And I asked God once when I was in prison, this kid that was in the cell next to me, I had stopped believing in the Creator, and I said, you know, he knocked on the door on the wall to get my attention. He said, "Hey, I need you to pray with me about something." And before he even finished, I said, "Pray about what, man? God doesn't exist." And instantly, I started like a outpour of emotion, crying like desperately, just started uncontrollably crying, and I understood that God was speaking to me, and that you know that a higher intelligence was communicating to me through my emotions. One second, where you found this? No, I'm not gonna put my mouth to this because you found this on the ground. Don't put your mouth to it neither, please. We don't know who put it in their mouth before you. It's a balloon. I'm I I want to see if I can put water in it. Go ahead. Um. So where was I? Okay. So and after I said, well, God, if you're real, you teach me yourself. I don't want no religion. And guess what? After that, a week later, I got a book that is called A Proof of Heaven. This guy that had a near death experience, and then that's what got me into this near death experience path, and eventually got to Darius, and you know, it's all I was already getting messages about the hemisync. When I was locked up, before I read anything, I heard a very loud voice inside me said hemisync. Now, what's hemisync? And that's, you know, the Robert Monroe method to exit the body. Everything was guiding me towards the exit, the remembrance of me exiting, because now I know, boom, oh shit, I'm such and such, and this is what I came from to Earth. I came to Earth to bring clarity and bring things together. That's what I do outside of the body. That's just who I am. I've been around. I'm the wind. I am a stellar wind. That's my name outside of the body. They told me my name, and it's Star Wind. So I am part of creation. That's who I am. So I'm saying that with all the humility. I'm just letting you know who I am. I know who I am. So that you know it's you know, so and yeah, a lot is planned before you come here to for us to be on earth. A lot of planning happening. The people around you, with your teachers, we all come together in meetings, and we discuss for a long time how we going to all meet on earth and help each other grow. That's it. That's what we on earth. Not to make money, not to get rich, not it's to grow. It's to learn things that you can only learn here. You know what I mean? Not only here, but you chose this. There's billions of planets that you could have choose, but you came here because on Earth it's a lot happening on Earth. It's a cool place. It's a painful place. You come here to be that which you're not. That's a great part of the experiment, and God wanted to live it through you, and so it was planned. This is a planned event. There's no bathroom. Yes, there is. Let's see. Um, yeah, a lot was planned. You know, this wasn't by chance. We have, you know, a lot. It's a big planning session to come here and enjoy this earth. So thank you for that question, Brandon. That's awesome. Thank you. BamHek, is it possible to meditate for astral projection during the day or morning instead of taking a nap or sleeping at night? Um, it's harder though. It's hard. Yes. Yeah, it is harder to today. Yeah, excuse me, but yeah, it's gonna be harder to try. um, to get out during the day just because of all the distractions. It broke. Sorry. Yeah. Um. So yeah, and astral projection is not the same as leaving the body. So I think the darkness is better because the darkness resemble more the highest form of light, and that's Darius was talking about that, and I've gotten a lot of that. So I think the darkness is a better light to exit and and to experience all the other forms of light, if you would. So yeah, during the day, yeah, you could do it during the day, but it's better if you're in darkness. It's weird because we don't understand the power of darkness. It's been misused because obviously they want to keep us away from our true nature, so they make good things into bad. But that darkness to the eyes is not darkness to the soul. It's different. So I wouldn't recommend doing it during the day. What you want, Bebecita? You want to play with that? You want some yogurt or you good? Which one? This one? Strawberry?
I'm gonna choose.
Oh, the cookies and milk. Yeah, choose. So, all right, amazing. Yeah, try at night is better. You can get out of the body with taking anything like coffee, but taking stuff like that makes it harder.
Dad,
True.
I choose
Thank you,
this one.
Jake.
Dad, I choose this one. Now, where is the spoon? Dad, can I just look it out of there? You didn't leave the spoon. Mom, Dad, Dad, you didn't.
Go back and God. He said somebody said that when I started talking about God, I started tripping out. I don't understand. I don't know. No, I haven't been able. Thank you, Georgia. You're the one who recommended the Never Ending Story. I haven't been able to watch it. I'm gonna make it my business to watch it. Uh, Thank you so much for that. I will. I will. Um, I will look into that. Thank you. Uh, well, okay. Who they are? I got a question from Brandon, and I will close with this. I heard you, Darius, and the Alchemist 369 mentioned they don't want us to know who we are. Um, Thank you, Georgia. I'll definitely look into that. Thank you. They don't want us to know who we are. I'm curious at how much you can tell me about who they are. Well, you know who they are. It's all over the place. Uh, but there are beings here, right? In on this place in this space. They live mainly on realm one, and they are greedy beings. They're greedy beings. They love to eat, but they feed off of energy. We are energy creating machines. You have a magnetic field that is always moving energy in like this, right? So when your emotions are all out of place, your energy spits out like it spews out crazy, like sex when it's all crazy. That area down there is where all the energy comes from earth, and you process it through your body and what you eat, and all your body works on creating that energy like that. It's like a field. You can see it could be measured, all that stuff. So these beings, they are a combination of human. It's like a conglomerate of different rogue beings that have been away from love for a long time. They move away from their true self for millennia, and they have created a system on Earth that help the so help us actually, but they want to stay in control. And that that it's not only one race, it's multiple races that done it, including human. A lot of human know what's going on. So it's not just, they are a conglomerate of different beings that want to keep things status quo so that they can continue to feed of our energy, like human feed off the money that they get out of the ignorant. Other beings feed off of that energy. They mine our earth for different metals. Gold. Let's talk about gold. I'm not gonna get too deep into this, but gold. We in the applications of human. Think about what do we use gold for? Think about it. Microprocessors. Very small amounts of gold are used by human. There are other beings that exploit Earth for their minerals, and then they have deals with human, and they do what they want with the ignorance of humans. So it's all for their greed and their own agenda. They continue to keep things the way they are. So do your research on who they are, but I know that, my out of body experience, I had some, because it's not full races neither. It's just a few, like on Earth. Most of Earth is good people. It's controlled by a few human that know the game and know how to play it, and they make their own rules, and then they make a separate set of rules for the masses, and they've been around. That some of these beings know how to imitate, or they know how to transfer their soul to human bodies, and they just continue to have control over the systems on Earth. So I don't know. Hopefully that answered your question. Yeah, create. Luke, thank you for joining us. I'm about to close, but get this. This has been a powerful live. It's my first time. I'm so excited. Keep watching, all of our stuff. Keep trying. Um, it's very simple. Just relax into it. Just relax into it. Relax into life. Check out NDEs. NDEs are amazing. I love y'all too. I just feel the love. I'm about to get emotional because this is what I was born to do. I was born to bring clarity on earth, to spread love, and y'all too. If you're here listening, you know, remember every action that you like. Listen to a lot of NDs. That's what we want to do this channel about near death experiences as well, because you see, like, that life review is important because we're here to make this time count. So, um, think about it before you want to curse someone out. Think about it before you want to let that, because that's the energy that this guy, what's his name? Sorry, Brandon asked. They take a day. The day, it's an energy that involves a lot, same as love. Fear, they are fear. Anytime that you feel that fear, overcome it. Every time that you feel that anger, switch it to power. Take all that energy and bring it back to you into a ball of energy. Don't, because anytime your energy splits, they can eat from it. But when it's all light, all love, all power, all courage, your ball of energy, check out. I'm gonna put it up in my channel because I love this near death experience. This guy, I'm gonna have him in the, you know, we're gonna have him in our podcast. But yeah, I'm about to go. I'm gonna take this kids back to my friends. But thank you so much for hanging out with me for this hour. Belgium in the house. I love you all. Uh, Thank you so much, Jake. I know you were gonna leave, but you stayed. Thank you. Share this stuff. Continue. I don't want anything financial from this channel. Nothing. I am, however, going to publish the book because it's supposed to go to all the earth, and we're gonna have billions of copies sold of that book, and so yeah, I'm still receiving it, I'm still channeling it, and I'm saying channel it because I have to open whenever I'm writing, I have to kind of like just let it flow, and it flows, and then I read it, and I'm like, oh shit, like that I just wrote that, so I know that it's um, beings of intelligence and love uh, giving us more information, and that's probably another part of me, um, you know, doing this great work. Thank you all for watching, for supporting the channel. Please share, like, comment, share more than that. Share it because there's somebody that's gonna find this information useful and understand who they truly are. Ease into the experience of life. Don't get too far out. The future nobody knows, so you only know. I'm here playing with my girls and going live, and anything can change in a sec. My daughter just fell. If you're watching the whole time, she could have broke her neck and died, and this would have been. I wouldn't be going live right now. So you don't never know what life is gonna bring. Just take it as it comes. Enjoy every second. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Um, Thank you so much. Spread your love. And if no one told you they love you today, guess what? I love you. I love you because I love me and I learned how to love me and love yourself. More than anything, love yourself right where you're at. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the beauty. Love y'all. Okay, how do we guess that? Yep, I want to stop streaming. Love y'all.